magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now, it's Cook. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Going for it on 4th down, Allen. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This is how they will line it up defensively for Washington. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 5 wide. Bravo.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To the air, Allen. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 32-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On third down, Hines. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
We've seen this offense go for it on fourth down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
They certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
50 seconds.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. They'll run with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Well, going for it on fourth has worked twice on this drive already. Now it gets more interesting here on fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to do? And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jacob Hollister, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Coleman, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Allen off the play fake. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Khalil Mack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Carr. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Demarcus Robinson, an 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
50, round 80. Mike 58 right there. Bring it. Bring it.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Allen. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Allen now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him, 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10. 19. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense.
Allen now on 1st down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Quentin Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So we have reached half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. you've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Allen from the gun on third down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down now, it's Hines. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of drive.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun now for Carr. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
The quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Carr, and Tate's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Johnson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They will run again with Coleman. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And this is incomplete. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Rams on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel the possession is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Carr going to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Carr to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you. And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A run for Nick Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. And again, it's Chubb. Powering his way forward. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
53 is the mark.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Going underneath, it's Coleman. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Watch the out, watch the out.
They start the drive with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Allen hit. He lost gets the football. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. Hey, 180. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Check 50. Pilot 64. Weak. Monday. 54, right there. 54.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch 54. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Check, 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 check.
Back to the ground, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for L.A., the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week.